What's going on, horror lovers? HorrorWithHoss come back to you with another video. In this video, I want to do my first review in the Dollar Tree Theater series that a lot of folks are doing on here. Hobbs Horror, of course, had talked a lot about it, telling me with these recent pickups I've gotten, I should try to join in, so I'm going to do that. And I'm not sure there's certain days that these are supposed to be posted, but I'll just kind of do them as I have time, and I'll try to number these. So this will be number 1 in the series. And the movie I'm going to be reviewing for y'all today is Curse of the Scarecrow. This is a 2018 film. It's a supernatural horror movie. It's a British film directed by Louisa Warren. And kind of the gist of this movie is that there's 2 characters that you meet, brother and sister, those being Carl and June, and their parents were murdered by this scarecrow when they were very little. Thinking that no one would believe them, they kind of kept this reason secret between the two of them. And at the start of this movie, it is with Carl giving her a phone call. It's been roughly 20 years since they've seen or spoken to one another. And he seems a bit off in his behavior, like he's preoccupied with something, and he's kind of wanting to tell her something, but not sure if he can bring himself to do so. But he basically tells her he's at this farmhouse where they grew up, and he's hearing noises. He hears something, and he's alerted, and he decides to cut the conversation short, and he then goes out to investigate, and he comes upon a scarecrow that's out in this field. For some reason he turns his back on the scarecrow. I'm not sure why, having known what we've already learned here, but he turns his back, and the scarecrow comes down off of the post that he was hanging from and murders him. So we then learned that June has been seeing a therapist whose name is Karen, and Karen's kind of been helping her with these issues she's had from this traumatic experience that happened when she was a child. Now, playing the role of Carl is Tommy Viles, I think is how you say the name. But he plays Carl, and he also plays the role of the Scarecrow. June is played by Kate Lister, and Karen is played by Cassandra French. The other character we meet is Nancy, who is played by the director, Louisa Warren. And she is June's friend, and basically the story gets back to June that her brother has committed suicide, and so she is going to go to this farmhouse where he's been staying and go through his belongings and try to figure out what happens, because she doesn't really believe that he committed suicide, even though her therapist, Karen, is trying to, just console her and say that maybe she's in denial about it. Maybe he had issues he didn't tell her about, and all of these things. So she decides she's going to go to this farmhouse. Her friend Nancy goes with her, and also Karen says that she needs to go so they can continue their sessions and hopefully, help her move on from this. So the rest of the story pretty much happens at the farmhouse. There are a few other characters that are introduced, mainly I think to add to the later body count in the movie. There aren't very many kills in this movie. They're used very sparingly, and of course the gore as well. But it's all using practical stuff. You can tell this was a very small budget for this film. One of the things that her therapist tries to do while they're there is use hypnosis to help her unlock these hidden memories, or maybe divulge information that she wouldn't normally. Her friend Nancy laughs at the idea, doesn't believe in it, and but eventually she does go under. She's hypnotized, and she talks about the time when her parents were killed, and goes a little bit deeper into that, and had basically, there's a spot where it shows the Scarecrow in the room with him, like that she feels that he's after her at that point when she's under hypnosis. So Karen gets her out of it, and again, they're just going through things at the house, and certain things start happening, noises they're hearing, and things that can't really be explained. There's one point where they feel like someone's gotten in the house besides them, and things like that. Overall, I would say this movie, if I were to give it a kind of a grade, it would be about a C, I guess. The way she sets the tone of the movie and sets everything up, I think they do a good job of that. If you're looking for something like a traditional slasher movie, you're not going to find that in this. There are, multiple ways that the Scarecrow dispatches of his victims in this movie, but nothing too, I guess, groundbreaking as far as that goes. So I won't give too much more away, because the ending is a little bit, I guess, they throw a twist in there and do their best to set up for possible sequels. I don't think there have been any. If y'all may know more about this, some of y'all watching, and you can let me know, but I don't think they did any more in this line. But one of the little things on the back, it says a new movie monster is born. So that was, I think, the intention, was that they were going to maybe do more movies about the Scarecrow. And so that's really all I got from it. So I hope all of you enjoyed this review. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you really like this video, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Click the notification bell. That way you'll know every time I upload a new video. I enjoyed this, and I look forward to doing more of these Dollar Tree Theater videos in the future. Enjoy Christmas coming up, and whatever you celebrate during this time of the year. And we'll probably see you with another video somewhere between Christmas and New Year's. I hope all of you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.